on this show, we tour through fully furnished homes, but what you don't usually get to see is all of the steps and planning it takes to create a finished home before the homeowners can move in.
Hi, I'm Terry Patterson, owner of Patterson Project Management. We've been building new homes in South Florida since 2001. Building these big, beautiful waterfront and luxury homes is very time consuming. There are so many people involved, there's so many processes involved, and it's our job as the general contractor to understand and study every little thing that the designers and the architects ask us to do.
We'll show you what it takes to create a luxurious, newly built home on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. So today we're going to be touring a newly built home with lots of beautiful design details, and we'll be peeling back the layers to take a closer look at what it takes to create fabulous features in a home like this. Today we'll look at ways to bring impactful design finishes to your home, create warmth by using natural materials, add functionality to both small and large spaces, and so much more. Terry, welcome to SoFlo Home Project. It's great to have you back with us today.
Well, thank you very much. Great to have you in another one of our houses.
Yeah, so I think today we want to do something a little different and sort of peel back the layers of what it takes to create these beautiful homes that we're seeing. So we're here in a new build. I know you are still in the finishing phases of the project.
So there's a lot of little details that still have to be finished. A hell of a lot happens in the last 30 days. But to get to this point, it's been about a 3-year process. The architect, they take care of designing the house and the flow. The interior designers then come in and take that and turn it into the interiors into this beautiful thing that you see. So our job as the builders, we want our houses to last. The subcontractors are very important, the suppliers very important, everyone's very important. There's no margin for error on any of the steps, and it's our job to make sure that all of those steps are followed.
I love that you're sharing that last month is really where it all comes together.
A lot
Those details make it perfect.
Yes, I mean, for example, a staircase like this takes a year to build. There are 5 different trades involved in getting a staircase done like this.
Start with the first one in order to create this sort of floating effect. What do you need?
So we have our metal work. It's a cantilevered structure that's attached to a block wall in the center.
So that allows for this floating effect where you then don't see anything underneath it.
Correct. And for that you need a very strong structure, which we have. That's a solid concrete block and steel wall, because the steel then cantilevers all the way out and the wood gets wrapped around that. Okay. We then have the glass railing company, and we have the millwork company to then wrap that concrete structure.
You created the beauty now around it, the focal point.
Yeah. So actually, I think I just counted 6 trades.
Yeah, so see that. So this is a really great exercise in kind of breaking down what we're seeing here.
And I've missed out the electrician for all the lighting that you see built into all of it.
We're up to 7. Yeah. So a lot of different parts. So we have the staircase on this side, which is its own beauty, but right across from us, a very grand, fireplace area clad with, we've got wood slats, we've got stone, a lot of trades involved to do it.
Yep, same amount. Everything in these contemporary houses, your drywall framing and finish is very important, because that creates these shapes.
And in the contemporary homes, everything has to be done at such a perfect level of finish, because there are no baseboards a lot of the times to hide certain things. Everything is in full view.
Correct. There's no margin for error. Our margin is maybe 1/8 of an inch, if that.
Quite small. So,
yes.
So on the fireplace here, you've got the stone fabricators, and it's perfectly book matched. So there's so much thought and detail. It's a lot of slabs as I'm counting and looking at this.
That's
so
right.
From selecting the product to, looking at the plans, figuring out how much of the material is needed to clad it.
I mean, those slabs were chosen and purchased 2 years ago.
As a designer, often on that part of it, when you purchase, often you have to purchase a lot of materials in advance. In new construction, you're securing those, you're designing perhaps an entire home around it, furnishings, fabrics, everything.
Right.
And if you need one more slab, if that slab breaks.
You just mentioned if something breaks or if something chips or if something comes wrong, it's very hard to find something a year later that's going to match.
Yes.
So we have to buy enough. It's a constant battle between, do you buy too much or do you not have enough? So it's tough.
It is.
There's no easy answer to it.
Yes, a lot of things to think about. Coming up, get inspired to spice up the style of your kitchen on SoFlo Home Project.
We'll show you an aluminum door with wood grain finish.
And its impact. Come see this incredible installation on this beautiful home.
Up next on SoFlo Home Project.
Hi, this is John,
And I'm Jennifer with USA Windows and Doors.
and today we're going to show you another beautiful house that we're about to finish the impact windows and doors.
And more specifically, I want to focus on this door. This is a wood grain finish door. Now for this customer, he has a home office that has all wood on the inside. It's wood paneling on the walls, and he wanted to match that look for his door. And as you can see behind us, this door is a wood grain finish. Now, the good thing is it's an aluminum door, and it has the texture and feel like if it was wood, and the look as well.
As you see, this door have a low E coating on the glass. It will prevent from the heat to go inside the house, so the customer can enjoy the look of it. Here at USA Windows and Doors, we offer a lot of different brands and varieties of impact windows and doors. We have all the brands. We carry everything.
Now, when it comes to installation, this is key. You can have a great product, but if it's not installed properly, it will defeat the purpose. So for this door, as you can see, the exterior caulking, the restucco that was done, it's completely seamless. It makes it easier for the homeowner to transition because all you have to do is do minimal paint over it and your home looks like nothing ever happened.
As you see, we removed the shutters. There's no shutters around, all the windows and doors. And we did a nice stucco work, and this house is ready to be painted. If you're ready to upgrade your windows to impact windows and doors, call USA Windows and Doors today.
Or visit us at our website at usawindowsanddoors.com.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things luxury build here with Terry Patterson, general contractor with Patterson Project Management. Terry, so before the break, we talked about the entry of this home, and we had seen the beautiful staircase, and where you have elaborated and shared almost 7 different trades contribute to what we see there. So here in a kitchen, there are a lot of steps, a lot of planning, and a lot of people that work on it to create what we're seeing here.
Yeah, so one of the reasons these things take so long is we start with an amazing architectural plan.
Yes.
The interior designer takes that plan and creates the inspiration of what you see here today. But we can't actually build from that. We actually then have to produce shop drawings for everything that we do, from the counters to the cabinetry, to even the appliances have their own spec drawings.
Yes.
And the shop drawings get into how you actually build and put things together. What screw goes where, what exactly the dimensions and the angles and how everything fits together.
You have to get all of the electrical requirements, the water line, and then we see, the beautiful finished product.
That's right.
Often, I think if you've never built a home or have not worked in the industry, that could be almost this thick. It's a lot of stuff. It's not just sometimes one page. It's a lot of detailed information.
Every item has tens to hundreds of pages.
Is the cabinetry all made custom for this space?
Yes, it is. Everything you see here is custom.
Behind you, there is a lot of great wood slat detail. I see a glass door, but I'm assuming there's more to it than what I'm just seeing. What's behind that glass door? Is that just more cabinetry there?
Well, that's a showpiece.
Oh, the slat wall is beautiful, Terry. I love this look.
Yeah, so all this is done to match the kitchen cabinetry.
Yes, great
and this
connection.
wood then flows into the living room area as well. We have hidden doors, so you can't actually see the pantry.
No, you
But
cannot see it at all. This is
actually,
a great detail.
I can't even find it.
It's so well hidden.
Yeah. And open up here, and there's the
is
pantry.
great.
Further down, we have the powder room.
So 2 hidden doors,
Yeah.
and just such a nice way to sort of conceal that. Now on the front here, the glass are more of a display type of area.
This is a display area with, when it's completed, it's all lit up from the sides. As you can see, this house
Nice.
is not finished yet. We're still missing a few doors, and we're missing lights and little
So
details.
all those finishing details
Yes.
as the project pushes towards the end.
That's right. We're only a month away from full completion, but it's one of the toughest parts of the
Yes.
construction.
Yeah.
Making sure it's all perfect.
Absolutely. And now this piece here I do love because I noticed there is some stone detail as well inside.
There is.
So we talked about that mix of materials we have seen throughout the home.
That stone follows through into the powder room. The whole back wall is that same stone.
A nice way to really connect the elements. So we always talk about having continuity in a home, repeating some elements just in little areas that all kind of tell one story.
That's right.
So a lot of great stuff here, but there's more to see.
Yep.
And we are going to continue touring through this newly built home when we come back. Coming up next, the importance of balancing beauty and function in bathroom design on SoFlo Home Project.
SoFlo Home Project is sponsored in part by Eldorado Furniture. Looking to refresh your home? Visit us online at eldoradofurniture.com or a showroom near you.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. This is Shirley speaking. I can help you.
I started my career in the moving and storage business more than 25 years ago. And prior to that, I was a police officer in North Miami and served most of my time on the SWAT team. And having seen firsthand the road movers taking advantage of clients, I realized that there was a need for honest and dependable movers. And I thought that I certainly could do a much, much better job. I met some individuals that were starting a small company, and I got my early start with them and spent some time learning the basics about the business. But then I also wanted to add my own personal touch using my law enforcement background by way of doing background checks and drug testing, and also holding my people to a higher standard, which led to our Superhero Movers Academy. In the Superhero Movers Academy, our candidates are going to learn everything there is to learn about being a mover, from packing boxes to loading a truck, wrapping furniture, even disassembling and reassembling furniture. But we spend a lot of time on customer service. All of our movers are trained in customer service, especially our foremen, because they have to deal with the customer when it comes to the contract. Well, it's better for the customer this way because with full transparency, you don't have the issues that you hear about with the nightmare moves. Initially, we're going to send a certified moving consultant to your home, and we're going to perform an inventory of what's to be moved and or packed. And of course, we're going to give you a guaranteed price in writing. Then, of course, we're going to send you trained professional movers. Again, these are candidates that have been carefully screened, and they've successfully graduated from the Superhero Movers Academy. Well, by doing things the good Greek way and providing an extraordinary moving experience, the customer can rest assured that we're going to provide a professional service with full transparency, and they can trust us. And at the end of the day, this is why we're getting customers for life.
Good Greek Moving and Storage. Your superhero movers.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our tour of this new construction home with Terry Patterson, general contractor of Patterson Development. So Terry, before the break, we took a look at the beautiful kitchen and some of the other connecting areas. And of course, this house is huge. We have seen some rooms, but there's a lot to the home. I wanted to still keep in theme with talking about you were almost at the finishing point of this particular home.
So at this stage, we're in the middle of a intense cleaning, so we can then start doing our detailing, like caulking, the finishing of the painting, getting all the light fixtures installed, getting the final landscaping installed, and hopefully hand it over to the client within the next 3 weeks to 4 weeks.
Details alone here, design-wise, are beautiful. As I'm looking out, I see water features are a primary theme throughout the home.
Yes.
In the entry, obviously in the back of the home, and here, right outside this bathroom.
Yes, and then we also have a frosted glass so that the neighbors can't see in while you're showering.
So the privacy is always key in bathrooms
But you
when
can-
you have a lot of windows.
But we like this glass where you can frost it or unfrost it. So it's an electronic frosting,
So just with the remote.
just with the remote.
We think about window treatments as an interior designer, always thinking about how do we cover the windows, what's the best way. We
Yes.
don't want to block those with anything, but this obscures it when it needs to be.
That's right. So we don't want to put blinds in the shower, so we do these obscured windows, but we do have blinds, electronic blinds that go everywhere else throughout the house. And that's another thing that still has to get installed right at the end.
The pockets for them to be recessed, all of this kind of stuff comes into play.
Yes, the pockets so we can hide them.
Yes.
Then there's also the low voltage and electrical and the whole home control systems that
Automation.
the lighting, the audio visual, the blinds, the drapery, everything is all one touch.
A lot of things go into play here.
Yep.
So in this particular bathroom, I love it. I'm seeing it looks like one big walk-through shower. Is there
Yes.
his and her side?
Actually, this whole bathroom has his and hers bathroom, his and hers toilet, his and hers closet, his and hers side of the shower.
And what a glorious shower that looks like. I mean, not only from the window and the beautiful outdoor area, but lots of body jets, beautiful stone.
But there's a lot more to think about than just the finish. We have to think about, well, that's going to be a wet area. We don't want water seeping under the glass.
Right, so it's not just that even though the floor appears as flat, it's pitched in all of the appropriate ways so the water drains properly and doesn't pool.
And 2 levels of waterproofing.
So a lot of great things here. Of course, we talked about the very contemporary feel as well. So when you are doing stuff with no baseboard, no casings, I think the misconception is people see no casings, they see no baseboard, they're like, oh, that's clean, must have been easy.
Yeah, no.
Break it down.
The difficulty is in the simplicity.
Yes.
It's to be able to have no baseboards that cover the little gaps that you get between the flooring and the wall takes a lot of detail work. You have to get right up to the framing before you put in these riglets. The doors, the amount of drywall finish work that goes into these frameless doors is so intense. We would much rather just put on some casing and be done with it.
Much easier
But
process.
Much easier process. But you can see the result, it's worth it.
It is beautiful. It's clean, it's sleek, it's modern. So, Terry, we have got one more stop. We are going to check out the closet areas, which are equally as glorious as this bathroom. So, stay with us. Next, we look at design ideas to create the closet of your dreams on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing our tour of this newly built home with Terry Patterson of Patterson Project Management. So, Terry, before the break, we toured the primary suite bathroom, which is beautiful, and it had a his and hers side. And now the closets are no different, his and hers.
That's correct. Gone are the days of not building closets and letting the clients build those out in their own time, or building just simple closets. Now we're spending in some closets as much as a kitchen.
Right, and I feel like that has been, you said, a huge trend. Another kind of great mix of different materials, and here with sort of this smoked glass look, which I love on the island and on the drawer fronts. I think in clear it would be pretty, but this elevates it to another level.
That's right. Also forces you to keep your closets neat and tidy.
Absolutely, yes. Nothing like glass to keep you on your toes for organization.
What I find is always happening with the closets is nobody wants to pay too much attention to them in the beginning.
At first. There's so many other things to think about.
That's right. But as we get actually about a third of the way into the project,
okay,
they
so
have
at that
to pay
point,
some serious attention to the closets.
do you have any advice for homeowners going through the process of a new build?
I always give the same advice. Hire the best architect you can find. Get the best interior designer you can find. Don't hire the cheapest architect or cheapest interior designer. because they make us as builders, they make our lives so much easier.
It's a team effort.
And building a new home, it's all planned out from the beginning. It's not just waving your hands around as you're going through building a house and saying, I want this and I want that. It doesn't work like that.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
So that is great advice. And having the right team together is what makes it get to that finish line.
That's it.
So Terry, thank you so much. This has
Thank
been
you.
wonderful. Always great touring your projects and seeing beautiful work. So thanks for sharing it with us.
Thank you. Only a pleasure.
And keeping with all things home design inspiration, take a peek at what we have for you next week on SoFlo Home Project. We have decor tips for South Florida renters. Learn how to maximize the function and beauty of your rental unit by adding some SoFlo style. We thank you for joining us this week, and we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.